In last year's matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks, it was complete barn burn. I mean, a total shootout. We saw both teams light it up offensively, and this time we got it on a smaller scale. Still a very high scoring affair. And I didn't talk about Seattle last week, but they dropped their opening game against the LA Rams. Obviously, that defensive front for the LA Rams made their impact known and bottled up that Seattle offense. But this time they responded. I was very impressed by Geno Smith and his ability to respond on the road. He led a masterful drive in overtime to get them the win, and it's a much needed win because going down 0-2, not an ideal start to start off your season. But this time, got the job done. Very impressed with how Geno Smith has done, because when he is using play action, he's one of the best passers in the league. Very accurate, made a lot of good passes, especially to Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and that was overcoming a poor output from the running game. They didn't get much on the run. I was surprised that Detroit was falling for these play fakes so often, because they were doing a good job in shutting down the run, so they should be playing a little bit further back. But Geno's fakes were so deceptive, let Geno have that extra time using play action. I like what I saw out of Detroit despite the loss. Now, there was that pick six by Jared Goff. That can't happen. That ball placement has to be on the front, on that left shoulder compared to that right hip, and that allowed the defensive back to get in and take that back all the way to the house. But overall, still a pretty solid season to start off. Not a lot from the run game this week, but passing game looks very crisp. We saw a lot of Josh Reynolds, and shout out to Sam Laporta. I mean, Laporta is a tight end I think that Detroit is going to continue to utilize for the foreseeable future. I think he has what it takes to be a top 5 tight end in the future. Very good piece right there for that Detroit passing attack to go along with their very good offensive line, their backs, and their receivers. Now, like I said, turnovers are a big thing. They had 3, 2 had big implications that led to points being scored directly off of them. So they're going to have to clean that up. I still think that they're favorites to win this NFC North division. They have a leg up on their divisional foes. They just have to figure a way to execute late. They got those wins against Rodgers and Mahomes, but those are two different teams. You have to win on a consistent basis. I didn't expect them to run the table and be undefeated, but there's some things to clean up.